he took a trip to the Middle East, right? And that's where Jesus Christ lived. Jesus Christ lived in the Middle East, okay, or the Near East. So this guy took a trip to the Middle East, and this is a story he told about his trip. He says, "Some years ago, it was my privilege to visit the beautiful country of Morocco." That's in Africa, right? Which is close to the Middle East. They speak Arabic in Morocco. I was privileged to visit the country of Morocco as a part of the official United States government delegation. So he's working for the government and he goes to visit Morocco. As a part of that visit, we were invited to travel some distance into the desert to visit some ruins. Alright, so they're in the desert. Alright, you can draw a little bit of desert for the background. Whoa. Okay, good. They're in the desert, right? And they're gonna visit some ruins. Ruin means like old buildings. So maybe like over here you can draw some like old cool buildings that they're going to visit. Old buildings. Good. Good. That's like a pyramid. Whoa. Cool. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So they're going to visit these ruins. 5 large black limousines. Oh, do you know what a limousine is? It's a really nice car. It's really long. You know, it's one of those really long cars. And they're usually black. And it's like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, 礼车.
Yeah. Okay, so there's like a road here, and on the road there's 5 limousines. Draw them kind of small, but draw the road, and then they're all on the road. It's too big. It's too big. You have to draw 5. Whoa. And they're all in a line. Okay, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Yeah, but that was like that. That's right.
What is Chinese?
好，
是什么意思？
Limousines 中文怎么
礼
说？
车。
礼车
有5个。
5个礼车哦。
有礼车。
棺材车更大。
In English, we don't normally say limousine. We say limo.
我刚刚画长的，它都太大。
对啊，就是因为你要画5个，对吧？所以就比较小一点舞台。
你也去换。
对，这样就可以了。Oh, good.
当助。
2. Good. Okay, so there's 5 large black limousines that moved across the beautiful Moroccan countryside at considerable speed. That means they're going pretty fast, right? Through Morocco, because they want to visit the ruins. Okay. I was riding in the 3rd limousine. So the guy in the story, he's riding in this limousine. Maybe you could draw a little guy in the limousine. Okay. I was riding the 3rd limousine, which lagged some distance behind the 2nd, which means he's kind of like a little bit behind the 2nd limousine, or limo. We say limo. Here it says limousine. Yeah. We noticed that the limousine in the front had pulled to the side of the road, right? 所以那个最前面的一个他停下来。Yeah. He pulled to the side of the road.
停在路旁边。
停在路旁边。So, 加油。他说停下来就好，停下来就好。Okay. He stopped in the road, okay? As we drew nearer, they're getting closer. I sensed that an accident had occurred, and I suggested to my driver that we stop. So he said, "Oh, maybe there was a 车祸, maybe there was an accident."
Okay.
So he tells this driver to stop. Okay, so maybe this car crashed, right? And then he said, "The scene before us remained with me for these many years." So he said, "What I saw next, I remembered for many years." What happened? Let's find out. An old shepherd in the long flowing robes of Jesus Christ's day was standing near the limousine. Okay, So now you need to draw 牧羊人在 limo 旁边 and he's wearing really long a robe. Yeah, well he's big. 没关系，可以。Okay. Whoa. So good. Okay, good. Yeah, so he's standing next to the limo. Okay. And he's talking with the driver. The 牧羊人 is 在跟司机讲话. Close by, I noted a flock of sheep, numbering no more than 15 or 20. Okay, so close to this, there's 15 sheep. He's like, 简单就可以了. Yeah. So the shepherd has only 15 sheep, right? Not a lot. We talked about the guy in the video had 99. This guy only has 15, right? The king's vehicle had struck one of the sheep belonging to the shepherd. Oh no. Oh, by the way, in this car there's the king of Morocco. Whoa. So draw the king. Yeah, there you go. There's the king driving in this car. Okay? And the king's car hit a sheep.
Oh, hit a sheep.
No, hit one of this guy's sheep. Yeah, so now you draw a sheep that got hit by the car. So sad. Okay. Okay, the king's car had hit one of the sheep belonging to the old shepherd. The driver of the vehicle was explaining to him the law of the land. Because the king's vehicle had injured one of the sheep belonging to the old shepherd, he was now entitled to 100 times its value at maturity. Okay, so that means because the king's car hit the sheep, the king now had to pay the shepherd 100 times what the sheep was worth. Whoa. Yeah, so like let's say maybe the sheep was worth $10. He had to give the shepherd $1,000. Whoa. Because that's the law in Morocco. I don't know why, but that's the law in Morocco. If you kill a guy's sheep, you have to give him 100 times the value of that sheep. Wow. So think twice before you kill a guy's sheep in Morocco. Okay? But luckily it's the king, right? The king has some money. The king is super rich, right? Okay. So the king's vehicle had struck one of the sheep. Because the king's vehicle injured one of the sheep, he was now entitled to 100 times its value at maturity. However, under the same law, the injured sheep must be slain and divided among the people. Okay, so that means the sheep isn't dead, okay? It's just hurt, okay? But as part of the law, to get this 100 times the value of this one sheep, they have to kill the sheep and divide the meat from the sheep to the people, right? This is an interesting law, but that's what it is in Morocco, right? So the shepherd, if he wanted this money, he would have to kill the sheep, and then he would get tons of money, okay? My interpreter hastily said, but the old shepherd will not accept the money. They never do. Startled, I asked him why, and he added, because of the love he has for each sheep. It was then that I noticed the old shepherd reaching down, lifting the injured lamb into his arms. So now he's got a sheep in his arms. Yeah. It's the one that got hurt. Yeah. Whoa.
就是把羊当成宠物玩。
Okay. So he's holding this hurt sheep in his arms. Repeating the same word over and over again. So he's holding this sheep and he's saying the same word over and over again. And the guy asks his driver, he said, what does that word mean? And the driver said, oh, he is calling it by name. All of his sheep has a name, for he is their shepherd, and good shepherds know each one of their sheep by name. Whoa. So he's holding the sheep, he's saying the name of the sheep to the name. So maybe the sheep's getting the bob.
那眼比较像。
Yeah. Okay. It was as my driver predicted. The money was refused, and the old shepherd, with his small flock of sheep, with the injured one tucked safely in a pouch on his robe, disappeared into the beautiful deserts of Morocco. Whoa, okay. 这里不用画了。Yeah. Good. Wow, so pretty. Good.